We really wanted to have 5 kids. However, not after the situation that I'm in. And here's why. After 2 pregnancies back to back, I have put my mind and body through way more than I expected. You know how moms of this era are, right? We want to do it all. And that was really beautiful, but something's gotta give, you know? And for me, it was my knee. Everything started when I was about 6 months pregnant. At that point, you are already feeling a bit more heavy and tired, and I was never able to rest. And even if I was, because sometimes I'm not going to lie, I chose not to. And it got to a point that I was overextending myself, not only mentally but also physically. I was always picking up my toddler from the floor, like I would hug him, grab him on the floor, and then stand up in a squat motion. And that wasn't great for me, and I knew it. My OBGYN told me to stop doing it, to not carry him anymore. And one day my knee just popped. It hurt in the moment. I was a little concerned. Maybe it continued to hurt that day, but I was like, well, it will go away. My knee continued to pop throughout the months, the weeks, and sometimes the pain was so intense that it would go from my knee all the way to like my spine and neck. It wasn't great, but I thought, you know what, maybe it's because I'm overweight. This will go away. I see a bunch of moms on the media carrying their children, using them to work out, so this should be just fine for me. I give birth. It was an amazing birth story. I was like, wow, my body is amazing. I can do all things, so let me just keep going. I thought that I had to lose this pregnancy weight in order for my knee to get more healthy and strong again, and I decided that I needed to work out really early postpartum. One day I had an instructor who I'm pretty sure is not an official yogi. He's just a fitness instructor and was doing a yoga class. I didn't feel really confident with what he was teaching us or asking us to do, but I still went with it because you know what, you gotta lose that weight. In the middle of a workout, I heard my knee not pop, but go like crack, crack, crack. I could not move for like a good minute. The pain began to dissipate slowly, so after like 5 minutes, I was fine, and I tried to come back to the class, and the instructor said like, hey, you know what, I think you should go home. I was like, that's such a bummer. I was feeling fine, but then that same afternoon I wasn't feeling great again. I went to the ER and they told me I had a torn meniscus. I stayed home. They told me you need to rest, and I was like, okay, fine. So I rested for maybe 24 hours, and then I thought that I was fine again, and I said, okay, let me go back to my regular activities, and I did. 3 days later, I was at the ER again, and they were like, wait, but we have your MRI results. You have a torn meniscus and cartilage damage level 4, which means that you have so little cartilage right now. And have you been resting, by the way? And I was like, not really. And they were like, okay, this is really serious and you really need to rest. It's important to note that this injury usually happens to people that play high impact sports like basketball or volleyball, things like that. And doctors have asked me, so what sports do you play? And I'm like, is motherhood considered a sport? Because that's all I've been doing. The amount of neglect that I put my body through was serious. When I was pregnant, I was not taking good precautions of my body. Actually, postpartum, an hour after giving birth to my second child, I was carrying my 13-kilo toddler, and the nurses in the unit were like, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, I'm totally fine. I'm built for this. I'm okay. And I was like, this is what mothers used to do back in the day, and maybe it is what they used to do back in the day, but apparently it's not what I can do these days. And I knew it in the back of my head. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I am building some trauma inside of me because I know I'm putting my body through so much and I'm so tired, but I didn't allow myself to rest. And postpartum, I remember thinking, for the first kid, I did have maternity leave for like 3 months, and that was too much. I don't think that was necessary. I work from home. I should go back to work earlier than that. And I gave myself 14 days of maternity leave, and I knew that that wasn't enough. And I was like, oh my God, I'm resenting this so much. And I even resented the people around me that were okay with that decision. I did not respect my body and I neglected it so much because I thought I have to be this sacrificed traditional mom that does it all. Traditional plus modern, because let me tell you, I wasn't just a traditional mom baking bread and taking care of kids. I was also working, also managing the house, also being social, also being a wife, a daughter, everything, all the roles. I go on YouTube and I see these beautiful, really aesthetic videos of a day in a life of, a day in a life of, and I'm like, how are these moms doing it? Like, maybe they have like a nanny hiding in the back. Maybe they have someone that comes clean their house so it looks this beautiful. Maybe they have an interior designer, or maybe they have a rich husband that is giving them everything. I don't know, but I start to think that there needs to be a secret to this. But then I think, well, no, I mean, they're trying to make this raw videos online and they sometimes title it that way. So I should be doing more. Maybe I am lazy, maybe I am not good enough, maybe I'm not doing enough, and my life could be like theirs too. I have definitely fallen into this trend of the tried mom and the perfect mom and goes on trips and yada yada. I have been able to do all of those things, but with putting a toll on my body and my mental health, to the point that I can't walk. I need to use crutches so I can get around. I got to the point that I am forced to rest, and that is a reminder and a reflection for me that maybe if I would have taken care of myself just a little bit, if I would have allowed myself to not be the perfect woman, maybe I wouldn't be in this situation. A big reflection for me, that it's something that I think I recommend other people, and I've heard many times, but I'm now realizing it in practice, and that is that if you're not okay, you are not going to be able to take care of other people. You need to be at an optimal stage so you can take care of others. That means that you need to prioritize you, and you come first, and then second others, because now I'm seeing that it's true. Because I am in bed and not able to do things for myself, I even less can do anything for anyone around me. To all the moms and caregivers and people out there that are thinking that their lives can be as perfect as a YouTube video, to all the moms that think that they need to be perfect in order to be loved and seen and wanted, to all the moms that are new moms and they are developing a super high standard personality so they can feel enough as a mom, I want to tell you that if by any chance you feel like you're running empty, if by any chance you suspect you are neglecting yourself, if by any chance your body is hurting, you should take care of yourself. Don't wait for an injury. Don't wait for a point where you are at complete burnout. Don't gaslight yourself thinking that everything is fine when you know inside that it really isn't okay, that you're taking yourself to the max every day. Take a moment for yourself now. Try to reassess what you're doing, change some things, learn to delegate, continue to be the amazing person that you are without having to punish yourself and sacrifice so much so other people can appreciate you. So if this story resonates with you, leave me a comment down below, share with me, tell me what's going on, what you're feeling, what you're going through. If you like my channel, subscribe and give me a thumbs up to this video so I can make more videos like this. And send me good wishes to recover soon, because I don't want to be in this situation anymore. Remember to take care of yourself, and I'll see you in another video.